Yo,
You.
Yo,
yo, it's your boy Smooth to the B to the A to the B, double I mean, not mommy, baby. It's easy. I'm godly, man. What's happening, man? Ignorant conversations. We back with a new season with the same two hosts plus a new host. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the ladies introduce themselves, man.
go ahead, Shay.
Hi guys, I am Shada Poet. That's really my introduction, but so happy to be here.
You already know that's my gunner for real. Hello.
Period.
Feel me? Then we
And
got the young goat herself. You feel
hello,
me?
I am Gamo, aka the Young Goat. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be back.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. This season we gonna get busy. I know it's been a long time. It's been a couple of years. Life was life, and you know what I mean.
My
But
life was like that.
listen, it was hard out here for
For
him.
people.
Gotta get this money for the
For the
rent. You heard? Listen, man. But nah, for real. All jokes aside, listen, man. We back. We gonna be better than ever. You feel what I'm saying? We add a new flavor, new taste to this ignorant conversation. You know, I gotta bring my ignorant friends with me,
Let's hear it.
hanging
Let's
out
hear it.
hanging out the window. You feel me? I'm the friend hanging out the window. You ready? But listen,
Well, her,
man.
her friend.
period.
Listen, man. Today's episode, we gonna dive into vulnerability.
Okay.
Like, we gonna talk about the whole B Simone situation. Um, those of you who are not aware, B Simone is back on the internet on fire for certain comments
You mean
she
canceled
said.
again?
I guess, I mean, if they want to cancel her, honestly, I'm standing with B Simone on this one. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm standing with her 10 toes because I don't think people see exactly what she's like, where she's going, her growth, her journey that she's on. Everybody's so critical of everybody, like they perfect in the world, but they ain't pitch perfect. You know what I mean? They can't even hit them high notes for real. You know what I mean? Like for real,
I
for real.
can't wait to dive into that because I
For
don't even
real.
think it's about Shorty being perfect. You just can't be with.
Nah, I don't think it's weird. So listen, so if y'all don't know, all right. So boom, we're gonna start here, right? So one of the comments, because people are saying she's not a good friend,
Yes.
right? She's not a good friend because her best friend was struggling. Her best friend, had to live in her parents' house. Her best friend had to get on
Food stamps.
food stamps and all that. And
She had one
Simone
kid.
got all this bread, and she ain't help out her best friend. So I'm gonna step
I'm
aside.
pause. Did not help out her best friend and was handing out money to other people. Let's make sure we say that part because
Hold
it's
on.
one thing to not help. I'm cool with that. Don't be handing out the
All right,
strangers.
so check this out. Go ahead, Shay,
Bro,
take over. Let me
look,
hear
all
your
right, this is
thoughts
why
on
I
it.
got beef with the situation.
All right.
Just because my man's is up, I don't ever expect a handout. That's point blank, period. No matter what the situation is. I hope, though, that my friend would take the time to put me in a situation to win. So, perfect example LeBron James. His man's that's his agent. He said, listen, bro, I'm not throwing you bread. I'm not doing that. It's not my bop. However, I am gonna make you my agent. He is one of the top paid agents in the world right now.
He is the top agent in the world, honestly.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. I it's never about just giving out money. Because if we just being honest and logistical, B Simone, in my personal opinion, never truly made enough money to like take her friend out the hood or move out of mama's house or no for real, bro. Like let's be real. Even when she was
Sure.
on streaming, wilding out, we talking
But that's a
750
contradiction.
thousand.
But that's a contradiction in itself. Well, clearly, no. She's on record saying she made her first meal.
I was
All
gonna
right,
So
say
okay.
she definitely went viral for saying that she was a
yeah,
millionaire.
but see,
All
that's the
right.
thing. See, but
How?
that's my pushback. See, you bring up LeBron. LeBron walked into the A 100 mil. He
Okay.
walked into the A with 100 mil.
Okay.
So it's nothing to put his man's on. Like
Mm-hmm.
you feel what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
My thing with it is, I don't think people truly understand because at the end of the day, it's not even like just for her being vulnerable. Like you feel me to even be this open because She could have put on the front. It wasn't that she was just giving other people money. She was giving family money too that they was burning her in return. So in return,
She
she
did
felt
say
like,
that.
yo, I have to
Mhm.
put up a boundary, or I have to put up boundaries
I
around
understand that.
people. So the time that she put up a boundary and now she's hesitant of getting burnt again, that's just like, like a heartbreak. If somebody break your heart,
Yeah,
you
you're
ain't
not
giving
just
the
giving
next
your heart
person
out
your
again.
heart. Everybody gotta work for it. And that's the thing. Like, you
Absolutely.
feel what I'm saying? So her friend even being understanding, like, yo, it's not your responsibility to do
And
this
she
and
said
do that.
that she was not mad at Shorty. She did not expect a handout,
I
and she
just think
wasn't
she,
expecting
yeah,
her.
I just think she was more disappointed that that she witnessed what she witnessed, but in the same breath, in that journey that she witnessed it in, she already put that boundary up. Like, yo, I'm not helping no one. You feel what I'm saying? And at the time, and we're talking about just the last year. We're not talking
Okay.
about 2, 3, 4 years.
Okay.
The last year, what people don't understand is B Simone made herself be on a strict, what you want to call it, discipline. She got her mind set on something and she was on a strict discipline. And that's where the next part goes to. But I want to get Gamo's reaction on how she felt about that.
I feel like I'm split in the middle because
Mhm.
personally, I understand what where B Simone is coming from in the terms of walking her journey and people having commentary or things like that. And a lot of times when you're on that kind of journey, shit gets weird a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
And that's only for you to understand. However,
right.
what I will speak to in terms of the friend is how can I say? One, you make your first million, right? You
Mm-hmm.
B Simone is always talking about, her success and things of that nature,
Right,
right? I can only speak to what I would do.
right,
I don't know
Yeah.
if it sits right with me that my best friend, the person that has walked with me throughout all these seasons, is struggling and I'm giving somebody else money that isn't asking me for it. You get what I'm saying? So in that sense, I can say I personally, it's not flying with me. That's my best friend.
I gotta.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that, like the best friend said, it's not your responsibility to take care of me. I'm a grown woman and I was put in this predicament. I had my own lesson to learn
And I
and I
learned it.
learned it. But here's where it gets weird.
I
Later
think
in
I
the
know what you're going to say.
podcast, she
Ooh,
says,
go ahead.
the friend says, I called her. I got this amazing opportunity. She was like, yeah, okay, like great, amazing. Shrugged her off, called her back. Apparently, her words, not mine. I was so convicted. That's what B. Simone said. I was so convicted. She called her back. I don't like how
And
I
I
felt
hate
when
when
you
we
told
hide
me that.
behind words like that. I hate when we hide behind words like
You
I was
know?
so
Uh huh.
convicted. Continue.
And she was like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And so the friend is like, and they walk through all these list of emotions, right? And B. Simone then says, it's not jealousy. It's because I just have this togetherness where she's like, I want to put my friends on. I want to, help make millionaires. I believe that B. Simone has this complex where it could be coming from a decent place at times, but she wants
No.
to be she wants to lead leaders. So a big part of the podcast at the end was, oh, you can come work for me and you can still be a boss. Not understanding some people don't want to work under somebody because at the end of the day, they're still working under you. You're still their boss. You get what I'm saying? And I think that B. Simone gets so caught up in, having the credit. Yeah, I put you on. And if you notice throughout the episode, she seeks so much validation from her friend. And you can tell her friend is so used to being her friend that she continues to feed her that validation
A little
that
louder.
when the friend was like not doing so right in that last year, she didn't. I bet you if she was under her, she's all about making her a millionaire. That's what B. Simone says all the time. I want to make millionaires. To her, I think people are projects. And in that moment when she was struggling, I don't think she was B. Simone's project. So her focus wasn't on her. You get what I'm saying? So
I
I
just
feel like I do feel like because the friend brought it up, she does harbor some kind of resentment towards it, which I feel like You pocket watching. To be fair, that's the definition of what pocket watching is. You got money. I'm your best friend. You're not helping me out, but you're helping other people out. However, I also think in some defense, like, I don't know. I feel like B Simone puts her focus on these projects, and if you don't fit that, because she kept talking about the vision, and when you don't
Yeah,
fit that,
but
there's no.
I don't think it's just I think when it comes to B Simone, she's very misunderstood. I don't think she's very intentional nor careful with the certain languages she uses. So it comes out a certain way. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I my whole thing is because I'm not B Simone. I
Yeah,
wasn't raised
Yeah.
like B Simone. My ideologies is not like B Simone. None of that. My morals are not like B Simone. At the end of the day, I'm not like that. My best friend struggling, I'm giving, even if I'm going down, burning with it. You feel what I'm saying? So even with her saying like, "Yo, I want to make my people millionaires," it's more of saying that sounds what it sounds like. It sounds bad, but if she uses the language like, "Yo, I want to eat with my people. I want to eat with my
I don't
friends."
think it sounds bad. I
But
just
you
No,
think it's
cannot
bad in the
use.
context.
no,
Because
it
to
do
just
sound
say,
bad.
I,
I don't think it does.
but it's
I
not
want
even.
to make my people millionaires. I want my
But you
team
just
to
said,
come up with me.
but
I've
you
said
just
it
said
sounds
she
bad in the
view people,
context.
but
But
you just
listen,
said she views people
Like
as
projects.
projects.
and
That's
this is why I'm
bad.
going to tell you
And I
that.
can see why
I
that's a
came
bad
to
thing.
that.
However, comma, sorry. I
Okay.
understand what y'all saying. My thing about the situation is that we can't use words like togetherness. And I get it. You're saying it's a context thing, but I think it's a mindset issue. I think she is a part of the issue because the whole thing, you cannot say together, oh, I want to make sure you good. I want to make sure you a millionaire. Because if you are my project, whether you up or you down, you my project. I ain't
That's
never
fair.
come up with nobody who I wouldn't come down with. That's
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 fair.
and
But
that's I feel like that's real.
you know, I personally feel like the togetherness doesn't sound bad, but within the context, when right before you're saying that your friend called you about an opportunity and it was really a really good opportunity and you didn't like how that felt because you like the togetherness of it
But
all,
right,
that's what makes it sound bad because it makes it sound like I don't want to see you
I'm a
win
leech.
unless you're winning with me.
But this is what this is what I'm saying. So like when
Hmm.
you go, she view her friends as a project. That's the definition. That's like if Shay come to me with like, "Yo, bro, I got this opportunity to go on this tour to do this and then," I'm like, okay, like you feel what I'm
That's
saying?
what she did.
And then no, but I'm saying like if I see us doing that together,
Hmm.
right? As in B Simone, not as in myself. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about where she's coming from. I
Hmm.
can see why she would feel some type of way. It's hard to go. It's hard to go from when people lean on you and then start to see that people don't really need you the way you feel like they need you.
May I
She's so
interject?
used to, yeah, you can anytime. Yeah, go ahead.
J- Jealousy is a human nature thing. I'm sorry, no.
It is.
Envy is a human nature thing.
Yeah.
You can see anything in life and think, oh, damn, when is
Why
that going to
not
happen to
me?
me?
Yeah,
When is that? That's not the issue. When you act on it, that makes it jealousy. Jealousy is not okay. Does that
right.
make sense? Like
Yeah.
envy is natural. Envy is just straight like, damn, I wish that shit was me.
Damn, wish it was
Damn,
me.
why I ain't
Right.
get that? Damn.
Yeah.
And you can see that with anybody. Nigga, my best friend got married 2 years ago. I'm thinking, fuck, I don't even know if I'm in the running to look around and do something. Like, fuck is that? Like for real. And that's how I felt. I was still the maid of honor at her wedding. I'm still the godmother of her child. And I never took none of those moments away from her. I
Right.
came down there. I went to go see my godson. I never took none of those moments away from her. It's nothing wrong with thinking it. It's different when you act on it.
Act on
That
and
changes who you are though. Because once
but
you act on it to sit on the phone smooth, no matter what you're saying, I could have never got on the phone smooth. I'm about to go on tour, da 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 da. This person, no matter what you would have felt inside, there's nothing in you that would have said, okay.
yeah, no, but see, but this is my thing though. That's what I'm saying. Like I got different morals than her. My whole thing is
Understood.
my whole thing is I can't fully judge somebody on the journey that they're going through. She was on a journey going through whatever the fuck she was going through.
I
You gotta
understand.
understand if people are leaning on me, because we don't know the ins and outs of
Yeah.
what was being said in the back. Because once again, we only talk about the last year. They only talk about the last year. They not talk about
Yep.
2 years ago, three
Yep.
years ago. They only
Yes.
talk about the last year.
Exactly.
So you already know if you feel some type of way, because the I don't care what that friend would have said up there. You have resentment. You definitely have resentment. There's no way you could care about somebody and not have resentment and feel like, yo, I'm struggling. You're not helping.
No, yeah,
You
she definitely
probably
has
start,
resentment
right. So
because
you
Yeah.
probably
even when she
started
brought it up, it didn't
whispering.
have place in the
Right, you
conversation.
probably started whispering to y'all inner circle when it got back, and we all know how that get. We all know how the miscommunication get. We all know that.
Yeah.
Like you feel what I'm saying? So that she probably felt a little, betrayal. Like, oh, word,
And I'm
like,
not judging her
well,
for feeling the way, and I'm not
right,
judging B
or are
Simone
you
for not helping.
right, or are you telling me this to rub it in my face, like because you're mad that I'm not helping? It all depends on their point of view and how they interpret whatever came out of that. You feel what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And who am I to say, yo, B Simone, you dead wrong or Shorty dead wrong? That's not up to me because I don't know the point of view that they came that they took it. I don't know the exact language that they use
Yeah.
because language matters. Like you
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I just appreciate that you had two friends because at one point they was going back and forth on the internet during that last year. They was going back and forth about they was
B
about to
Simone
have
and
a
Shekinah.
yes, they was going back and forth, little shit here and there on the internet, but it
Oh,
I
wasn't.
thought that was her
But
and Pretty V. Nah,
no, but no,
definitely
they're
some
going
shit.
through it still. Her and Pretty V still going through it. So we waiting for that story. But
She say
honestly,
little weird stuff to Pretty V.
yeah, but I only bring that up because
child.
I just appreciate the fact that as friends, their friendship is bigger than just that that season
That
that they
segment.
had. That they can sit down and be transparent with one another. Like, yo, B Simone, you was in a fucked up state and you acted on it too. You feel what I'm saying? And it might have took me a little while to even forgive you, or even for our relationship to go back to wherever it was, or even get healthier. Like, and I don't think a lot of people be having that. I don't think a lot of people friendship really be built on a solid foundation because
Yeah.
nowadays people be falling out over the littlest things.
Yeah.
Like, no funny, me and Shay argue all what like cats
It
and
is
dogs.
what it is.
We're arguing 5-10 minutes later. We laughing like we ain't just get into it. Like
Yeah.
it's real friendship, and I'm just and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I felt like yo, be someone just hearing
Hmm.
because like they said on the podcast, like my perception of myself ain't your perception of me.
Absolutely.
Like you feel what I'm saying? So be Simone, yo, you have to sit there and and even though your friend had the right to say whatever she wanted to say, she still shows her grace. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like she still showed grace. I don't know if that caught that in that, but
No,
like
I get that.
like you feel what I'm saying? Like it's still shows her grace and was still like yo like she didn't really want to say you was a bad friend, but girl, you
She
was a
definitely
bad
did not, but she was
friend.
fighting for it. She
Like
said, you are,
I think
um,
she said I think you're an amazing friend. I think you are I
mhm.
think what do you think?
That
But
yeah,
girl said,
I think the situation is complex simply
mm-hmm.
because these are people when we speak about people in the public eye, right?
Yup.
It's easy for a person to become vilified. We can because when you're in the public eye, specifically for B Simone, we can equate her friendship to all the people she's fallen out with. We can equate her personality to all the read things that she says. And it's easy
Miscommunication.
to become like this villain when you're in the public eye.
right. And like she said, she was putting on the front in the public eye.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
and that goes right into that transition was fire because that goes right into the whole I can't shop at Bloomies. I gotta go to the coolest monkey in the jungle. Oh yeah, H&M. I ain't forget.
Oh,
I
I
ain't
forgot
That
that.
part, that
forget.
part.
I ain't forget. Yeah, I'm on you. I'm on you like back pockets. You shit me. But
Hmm.
yeah, she talked about I can't shop at Bloomingdale's and Now I got to shop at H&M, and she got emotional. And then people start bringing up the comments about, oh, but you ain't want a 9 to 5 nigga, huh? You feel what I'm
And I
saying?
feel
Like,
like, I mean, personally, I feel like, and this is no shade to the people, but unless you're in that tax bracket, don't talk about how that feels. Just my personal opinion, because to us it's like you crying about having to go to H&M and da 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 this and da 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 that. She's not broke, but she when you're once you depending on your certain tax bracket, there's certain different struggles that come with that. So what for us may look like instead of going to Zara, we're going to Rainbow. That's how it feels for her from transitioning from Bloomies to H&M. It's just in terms of a step down. It's emotional when you're in the process of creating something or doing something and it changes how your lifestyle is and you're starting to feel that and then you're seeing differences in yourself. I'm penny pinching when I never used to do that. I feel like I'm constricting myself. So for that comment, it's like it feels out of touch, but she lives a different life than most people.
but but my thing is, what's the? All right, I get that. I understand. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but like that's like somebody saying like yo, bro, what? Like you going to Applebee's? Like I'm not eating at Applebee's. Like you feel me? Like I'm going to Jimmy Choo's.
I don't eat at Applebee's.
I eat Apple. I take a
I like
good.
Applebee's. I
I
can't
take
even
a
Oh,
lie.
good 2 for 20
They
don't do it
boneless
for
real
me.
wings is
quick. Like
bust.
you bugging.
Don't do it for
But
me.
or
The
that's like all
boneless
right. That's
wings?
like saying like I don't eat packaged cheese, but I eat sliced cheese from the deli.
No, I think
Yeah,
that I think
but no, yeah, I don't eat packaged cheese. I don't care how much I struggle. I'm getting sliced cheese from the deli. If I can't get
Okay.
sliced cheese from the deli, I'm not eating it at all.
yeah, I won't eat it. But
Period.
I also I think it's more to Gamo's point of just like yeah, it's just it's like that, but it's not like that. Does that make sense? Like
I mean, I
for
just think it came out wrong.
yeah, yeah
I
no no
don't
no
think
no.
people. It came out wrong.
You're
I
absolutely right.
don't
One
think it.
thing
See,
that I
that's the
feel like
thing. Go ahead.
one thing that I feel like that I've acknowledged is that B Simone need a better PR or something. They need somebody that's gonna talk to her and she say it back and they fix it. Like she need a chat GBT in her head or something. I don't know. She
I
can't
feel that.
because she can't talk. Like
No, I don't think
because
that
if
though.
you explain it the way that Gamo explained it, that does make sense. If you're not in that tax bracket and to step down from something does make you feel different.
No, it
Like
do.
and that's
I feel like,
fair.
but I
That's
feel like
fair.
nah, but I feel like whoever I don't I don't agree with that 100. I just think it's social media. They just took one part of the conversation and put it out there because the reason why she's taking a step down is because she's investing into an app
Exactly.
for women that she truly believe in. And if she's building an app from scratch, that takes money. And
Yes.
like she
Exactly.
said, like I have value in other things. I am not
Yes.
broke,
She
but I
just
am
doesn't have a certain
strictly
amount in her
on a.
bank account.
She don't have what's the word she used?
Liquid.
Liquid, like that. You know what I mean? And
Which many niggas should relate to because they ain't got it either.
Like
exactly. So I just feel like yo, if she was like yo, I'm like I just think how that part of the conversation was cut and how it went into it because you got to think about it. They just turned on the camera, brought the mics out, and had a conversation
Yeah. They
coming
was
in
just
from the
talking.
beat. They just talking, so people are taking
Yeah.
screenshots of people just talking like regular talking. This ain't no out scripted. They ain't have it written now. They just going. They literally going off the top of the dome. They freestyling this whole episode. You feel what I'm saying? And to have a discipline like that, it's not like oh I can't shop in Bloomies. I can shop in Bloomies, but I know I got this app and I know what I need for it. I know the equity I need to put in this. That's what I'm going with it. Like,
she's
Yeah.
prioritizing.
yeah, she's prioritizing. So you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with that. What's the difference of you saying, yo, I'm not going out for a couple of months because I want to get this new apartment. I want to get this new
Right.
I want to get this new
But that's
bitch.
I think that's kind of my
I want
whole
to go on
point.
this, yeah, I want to go on this
They're
vacation. No, I'm
crucifying
agreeing with you.
her.
Yeah.
They crucifying her because it's like she's talking down on H&M. And I get it when you're in social media and people indulge in your content, they're looking for relatability. And I think we have to stop doing that.
It's never
No,
gonna
Because
stop. It's
no,
never
we
gonna
really
stop.
do.
They're
it's
never
Because
gonna
true.
stop.
No,
huh?
you're not saying
Like
that.
they never gonna stop. Now, how you think these blogs survive?
No, I feel that. But my whole
Yeah.
point is,
Stop.
we're looking for relatability with people that are like living different lives. Like people will talk about how a content creator changes, right? But you indulging in their content is actively what changes their life. They're not going to be relatable forever because you're not sitting on the internet making money off of videos. So
I
what's first relatable, they're going to grow, they're going to make more money, their standards are going to become different, they're going to set different boundaries and set different things for themselves. And it's not like you're growing with them, you're just indulging in their content. So it's not going to be relatable anymore.
If I'm being
that.
transparent, I think that the real thing is we thrive off being media ignorant.
Yeah.
Like we are media ignorant.
Yeah.
People specialize in, like, it's the shade room's job to cut
Be
up this and
shady.
make it look crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's
True.
and for real, like,
Yeah.
and we thrive, like communities thrive in the idea of no, because they know the attention span of people are not long anymore. They know all they need is a minute. So fuck it. That's what you said in a minute. That's what I'm
That's what
throwing up
I'm
there.
throwing out
And
there.
then everybody is going to run instead of doing their background knowledge and going, well, what was said before this? What was said a little after this? Because they rather be media ignorant. And I think that that's the thing that keeps us down. It's not even about the content creator changing. Because again, like, we feed into people like Casanat. And like, he hasn't changed, but he's changed. Does that make sense? Like, when the streamer university came out and niggas was like, oh, you should have took a bunch of little streamers and gave them the opportunity to eat. Little did people know he was doing that on the back end. But he needed the Duke Dennis, he needed the DDG so that niggas could watch it. Because if it was a bunch of
Right.
little streamers, you niggas wouldn't have watched it.
Watched it.
So
Exactly.
I am trying to make sure people eat, but I gotta do it in a way that maybe people can't necessarily see, but
He
I'm gonna
got
make sure.
he got to
But
relate
yeah, like,
to both. To
he
both.
had a
And he
class to
got
teach
yeah
the little
yeah.
streamers how
So
to get deals. Niggas walked out of
exactly.
there
So
with
yeah
$50,000 in deals.
yeah.
So
So
it's not that I wasn't changing lives. I just can't show y'all that because y'all not about to. Y'all,
but it's not.
what's
It's not
going?
even. Yeah, but it's not even about show them that. Is that they're not understanding. So Gama, when you go like when you elevate, you know, I disagree. I just it depends on the person to me. Like for me, like you feel what I'm saying? Like for me, it depends because like if you use Castanet, yes, he got a bunch of streamers that just starting out and trying to get their foot wet, but he needs the other streamers because he has to relate to both where he came from and where he's at. You
But
feel what
my
I'm
point,
saying?
but do
And
you think that Carsonet is still as relatable as he was before?
why not? He still streams. But
No, yeah, but
I understand what you
I'm not
I
saying
get.
that you can't relate to somebody on any level. You can relate to a millionaire, you can relate to a homeless person. But I'm saying in terms of your average percentage of relatability, it's going to go down as your as life changes and you begin to step up.
I'm not doing
I
no
We
just feel
can't
like
Casanat hate, but I never thought he was relatable. I
for
never
me,
thought that these streamers, these influencers, I never thought none of these people was relatable. I just thought they was fun to watch for the time being.
well,
And
I
maybe,
mean
and
when I
again,
say
I know that I'm
Carsonet,
a
I say
different
that because he
audience.
used to hang out with like Ron Suno and what's the dude Chance or something like that, and that was like the
yeah,
Facebook
yeah, that was the fifth
influencers.
wrong,
They
but
was
but
relatable
wrong,
because you would still see them at parties and
but
stuff like
wrong,
that, you know.
but that don't make you relatable. That just makes you accessible. That don't make you relatable just
But
because
not
I
in
see you
terms
at a
of,
party.
well, you don't have to see them, but I'm saying like they were still in the same predicament as their viewers. That their
I I,
accessibility.
I hear you. I just feel like it all depends as a person because I feel like just because you start to get successful, you can't be relatable to where you came from.
See,
I
you're making it absolute. I'm not saying you can't be relatable. I'm not saying that when your success increases that you're not relatable. I'm saying that it decreases. There is a you when people start out, right? Like Kai said, when he first started with social media, he was living in the same predicaments as most of the people watching him. And that's why I said you would still see him at parties, you would still see him in the hood, right? It's, yes, that is accessibility, but I'm saying in terms of his predicament, his audience is living this a similar life than him. He's just making videos and a few people are watching him. You get what I'm saying? As that changes, now he has a content creator house. He's doing streamer university. He's not in the same predicament as his viewers.
So you
That
think your
takes away
predicament?
some relatability because you're not living the day-to-day life that I live. You're not living the same hustle and bustle. Your life looks different. It's not a bad thing, but when your predicament changes, who you relate to on that level also
Sorry.
changes. It
So,
doesn't mean you're not
all right. So,
relatable
well, but
whatsoever.
then, no, but then you gotta say that your relatability changes with
Did his start
whatever.
buffering? Oh, I'm tweaking.
No, you too gay.
You good?
Like you can
Okay,
say
he started buffering.
now that's a whole different point. If you're saying like now you going
Okay.
from ground zero to ground 100 or sky 100, and your relatability is going to hit different
Does yours say having
waves of
trouble
people.
connecting too?
Like, you feel
No,
me?
mine doesn't.
No, we good.
Mm,
We good with the
mine
connection.
says
Well,
having
here's the
trouble.
thing though. As you go up, because let's be real, classes and our society is like a pyramid. So as you go up, and this is why I say the relatability lessons, because as you go up and your predicament increases, there are less people in those tiers.
Hmm.
The majority of the population is, you feel me, a little bit lower. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
it's so as
I
you go
well,
up, there's
I
less
mean,
people.
on a theory, yes, that makes a lot of sense. But me being me, like, bro, I don't need to live in a hood. If I come from the hood, I don't need to live in the hood to be relatable to niggas in the hood, bro. Jada
I'm
Kiss
not
is
saying that you
relatable to
can't
niggas
relate
in
to
the
them
hood, and he's
whatsoever.
not in their predicament.
I'm not saying that you can't
I'm
relate
just
to them
saying, bro. No,
whatsoever.
no,
But are
I'm
you
not
less
saying what's.
relatable? I
No,
believe
Jada's not
so.
less relatable. No, Jada's not
Who?
less relatable. Jada Kiss. He's not less relatable to niggas in the hood.
Oh,
Jim Jones is not less relatable to niggas in the hood. They call him the oldest, youngest young nigga. The oldest, youngest nigga. Like, there's
oh,
certain niggas that still do certain things that make sure that they're still relatable from wherever they came from. So I just feel like it depends on the person.
I
It
disagree.
hey, that's cool. I just feel like it depends on the person.
I feel you. I don't agree though.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think I just people sometimes don't understand. Like, some people live their life. You feel me? Some people live their life on in the public's eye. So every little thing is under scrutiny. You
I
know what I'm
agree
saying?
with
So
that.
so it's regular people, like, they just take to the internet, and then you just want to crucify them for everything. Like, at the end of the day, the journey that B Simone is on, that's for her.
It is.
And a lot of us may not understand it, and a lot of us might show her grace. And you know what I mean? And just by how she was talking about how she got one with God and she stopped doing certain things, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, and knowing that, yo, I put on the front when I first was coming up. Like, I put on the front. I thought I had to be like this and like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, just her being vulnerable in a moment where, you know what, yo, I'm into content creating. I've always been in this. Let's give a raw interview. You feel what I'm saying? And then for people to just drag her, like, it's like, yo, did y'all even go research? Did y'all even go
Did
listen
y'all
to
watch
it?
the
Like,
whole
did
video?
y'all watch the whole video? Or all
See,
right,
I
I know,
agree with her
like,
in
you know
terms
what I
of
mean?
like I agree with her in terms of her walk and how things are different and being in a selfish season and all of those things. I completely agree. I feel like the media definitely is, constructing a bunch of clips, and no matter what kind of person you are,
Right.
social media can make you look bad. No
Nah,
matter what.
it
And I
does.
think that also stems from like the scrutiny that people face. The reason social media can be so critical is because people become so parasocial. They think because they watch and indulge in your content that they know you. And
Right.
so I think that also adds into it. So for the statement to be made that she's a bad friend, I feel like it's kind of crazy because we don't know what kind of friend she is.
Yeah.
We know the mistakes, some of the mistakes that she's made in her friendships, but why don't we look at that and say, well, at least we know B Simone is accountable because she comes on here and she shares it with us. It says that this was wrong. You get what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie. I'm just
I
interested in
think
her and Pretty V falling out. That's
No,
about
yeah,
I'm
I
not
really want
gonna
to
lie
see
to you.
that because I like Pretty V.
I think sometimes it's hard to. I think as viewers, a lot of the time we think that we're owed everything. right?
Yeah.
Which is
Right.
a lot of the issue. This idea of like, oh well, she came up here and publicly said what she was going through. Why can't she publicly fix it? Or why can't she publicly say this is how we whatever whatever? I do think that we throw things around too loosely. To say that she's a bad friend might be
You in the
people are
matrix.
going through whatever they're going through in their life or whatever whatever. However, to play devil's advocate,
Yeah, go to however.
I do think, however, comma, I do think it's just a lot of scenarios of you being a bad friend. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying. I
That's
just feel
fair.
like
That's
I
Yo,
just feel
yo,
like
yo, dogs. Yo,
like
I mean, hold on. Nah. You don't get to get away with that
nah,
shit.
nah, nah, nah. Let me finish. Let me finish. I understand scrutiny. I understand
Yo, you in the matrix right now.
people
You
soon as
break
we
it up
see the
crazy. You got to start over. You break it up right now. I don't know. It's that South Carolina Wi-Fi.
all right, hold on.
maybe
Let me try
maybe
again.
like turn your Wi-Fi on, turn it off. I don't know.
Yeah. We gonna let Shay fit it. Don't cough it in the viewers' ears. Like what's up? Like what's up with you? That's some etiquette. Let's see if you back. You gotta say something. Oh, you on mute. Come on. Say
Are you
something.
talking?
She was on
Did
mute.
that work?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
good.
heard you.
You good. Say something. Nah, you ain't good, bro. You gotta
Oh
go
yeah,
out,
you're
come
not
back
good.
in. Go out. Listen, we sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties for
Sorry, it's
Shay.
me.
It's Shay. It is not us. She's being ignorant in the conversation. No pun intended.
To say I'm being ignorant in the conversation is crazy. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna try to use my computer.
All right, go ahead. We still here, but see y'all. Yeah, we gonna get Shay back. Y'all don't even worry about it. She's gonna come back. But
Yeah.
because what I was about to tell Shay is like, bro, I do you since 2019, right? And my question, well, she can't answer it, but I'm gonna ask you. So let me ask you this, and if it's too personal, you can say it all day. Do you feel like there's ever a situation where you had someone as a friend that you can reconcile and do something like a B Simone did? Or would that have to be like behind closed doors? Can you be that vulnerable to have a conversation with with someone that you had a falling out with
Like publicly or just have the conversation?
publicly? Like publicly the way they did it. I
Do
mean,
I don't know.
clearly there was some fixing behind closed doors before
Yeah,
they
that's
even
what I'm
turned
gonna
their
say. I don't
camera
know about
on.
resolving the situation publicly, but to speak to the
Yeah,
situation and
that's what I
like
mean by speak, not resolve it publicly. Clearly, that got to happen behind closed doors.
to speak to the situation publicly, I think so because I think at the end of the day, I'm big on I care about the opinions of the people I care about. If we've fixed it, we've and we see where each other's coming from, we've apologized, whatever. Then
Right.
yeah, I don't really care because there people are gonna have an opinion anyway. And why not monetize it? So yeah, I definitely think I could definitely say like, yeah, like I could do that. I could do that.
All right. Cool. I mean, for me, I think it depends. Like, I'm on a journey where whatever your energy was or whatever, like, if it ain't worth my piece, because my piece is expensive. If it ain't worth that, bro, I'm not indulging. Like, I don't have to have an issue with you. I don't have to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I see you somewhere, I can say what up, and you know what I mean, and keep it kicking. But you feel what I'm saying? As far as like, do I have a friend that I could we fix it behind closed doors and then get on camera and talk about it and all that? I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, here's the thing though.
Not as
Could
of
you
right
do
now.
that other? Huh?
I said not as of right now because I don't really have. Because for me personally, like if you my friend, it's hard to fall out with me. Like you really, really have to violate to a point of no return. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I don't really have falling out with friends because my friendships really is built solid. Like for real, our foundation is our foundation, and most of the time I really don't even have friends for real. I just it's family, or you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
most of them be family. So, but like to have a falling out with somebody that I used to be a friend with, like that you feel like you can't come talk to me or have a type of conversation with me. Nah, because you could come to me any kind of way you want. You need to yell, bomb, curse, whatever. You can do that. Just understand though, I'm gonna give the same energy back. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Hold on, y'all.
So
Hold on.
yeah.
I think we got Shade back. Do we got Shade back?
Are they
maybe.
gonna see? Are
Yeah,
they gonna
yeah,
see
yeah.
her name?
Yeah, they see that.
Oh,
That
not
nigga
Yeah.
said Shat.
Shot.
well, I today.
Now Shade's back, y'all. Shade's back. Shade's back.
I have to
Shade's
get on my
back.
computer. I don't know what the hell
But
happened.
I think, honestly, I feel like in terms of talking it out on camera, like, well, talking about it on camera, one, obviously, I would have to be a content creator. I'm not gonna just put it out publicly for no reason,
You
you
know,
know.
podcaster, so
But also, I think
you
it
are
would
a
have to
content
be
creator.
a friendship that has like that didn't. It's not like just, oh, we're cordial. It's like, no, you're my friend. We've, you know, fixed everything. We're good. You know, not so on some like, oh yeah, like cool. I could say hi to her if I see her. No, like that's crazy. I don't need to sit down and talk with you
Right.
like about being cordial. We're not friends. But if it's something where we've, fixed things and we're
And heal
now
from it. You know.
back friends and
Yeah.
we're close and we're,
Right. So let
then
me
yeah,
loop
we could
Shay
sit
in.
on camera and talk about that because we're
Yeah.
we're one. We're cool.
Yeah. Let me loop Shay in. So the question I asked was, do you have like a situation where you fell out with somebody that you feel like if y'all got back cool behind closed doors, y'all could actually get on camera and actually talk about y'all falling out? You think you could do that with someone?
I'm trying to think about my list of people I fell out with.
I can tell you a couple. No, hell no, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
a couple of we probably think about the first one that was number one. I said never.
I got three off rip.
I said never.
I know three off rip. I
Yeah,
know
it's
three
the
off rip.
I if I'm being honest and real with you, I feel like nah. I feel like nah because of the type of person I am. I never. I feel like I'm very empathetic. I'm very understanding. As long as you keep the being with me, we'll be good. Always, no matter what the circumstance is. Once I stop rocking with you for real, it's because you violated. And you would never get on the mic and admit how you
You
violated.
violated.
Because you violated. Like, that's real shit. Like, I'm not even the type to really, you feel me? Like, so if you get on this mic, you low-key gotta admit it's people gonna beat some on you. Somebody this nigga a bad
Somebody
friend. You
gonna
need to
be
stop
someone.
fucking with him.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
come
so
on,
I
bro.
said
That's
so
real.
I said the same thing. Like I don't really have falling out with friends. If you my
Yeah.
friend, most likely if you my friend, you really family. Cause I don't really do too many
Real
of the friend thing. But you
no.
really family, so you got to do a lot for me to even have a falling out with you. The point I'm not even talking to you, like that's kind of crazy. Or you know, but I'm to a point where you feel me. I'm never above sitting down with like to have a conversation. But I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then at the end of my conversation, I'm telling you, stand on whatever you already did.
Yeah.
Stand on it, like 10 toes.
Yeah.
Stand on it, cause my piece is too expensive for you to disrupt. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
You not
I don't
rocking
know.
with no matter what, you not rocking with me because if we have to get on the mic, that means we about to get on the mic and you about to have to admit that you
That you
violated.
violated.
And that's what because it's never anybody who's ever had a falling out with me, it's literally because you violated. Like it's never I'm too again, I'm mad understanding. I'm never going to like go back and forth. I respect everybody's situation, whatever you in, as long as you keep the being with me, we straight.
Nah, that's a
You
fact.
violated. You violated, and you're never gonna get on no mic and say how bad you violated. Never.
I feel like I've only ever really had two real falling outs with maybe three, actually. Three falling outs with people
Mm-hmm.
and in my life. And
Here to elaborate.
sure. And the first one, if you like, and it's funny because it's a situation where me and her have talked about it. She's apologized. If she called me, I would answer. You get what I'm saying? If she chose that she wanted to get on the podcast and say how she bugged the fuck out, excuse my language, bugged out, who am I to judge? Like, you feel me? We can absolutely do that.
We might have to have an episode called reconciliation.
The second one, you feel me? I played a part in the wrong. And that was very much the beginning of my accountability journey. So I didn't really speak to her wrongs. You get what I'm saying?
Spoke
We
to.
didn't reconcile. We not, you feel me? I don't know if she would speak to me if
Mm.
we saw each other. I would speak to her because that's just kind of who I am. But I admitted my wrongs, and she didn't take accountability for her wrongs. And I had to, and I think God put that in my life because in that season I was learning accountability. And I think in that moment he was teaching me that other people not taking accountability has no hold on you not taking accountability.
Right.
So that was just in that season. So if she wanted to sit down and come on a podcast and speak to that, sure, because I'm not ashamed to say I did this and I wasn't so nice at times,
Mm-hmm.
and here's why. You feel me? I'm That's no problem for me. I personally don't feel like
Have
I
a
violated,
Karamo episode too.
you know? And so yeah, like I wouldn't care. And then the second person, I don't
Third,
Third. I was about to say
third
third.
person.
I mean, yeah, sorry, third. And the third person, like I have no words. I don't really have any words for that. I don't even think the possibility of that happening would be like
Slim to
it
none.
just wouldn't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
So like really wouldn't even make
So
sense.
so
But I wish more people did that. Like for real, for real. I wish that we not always gonna have like reconciliations, but I wish that when people did have falling outs, that they were like we are all adult enough to just be like, yo, I couldn't rock with you no more. To bring it, one thing I want to say during the Be Simone thing, but my camera was clearly messing up. Is that when you were talking about like people, I love the fact that people are able to be vulnerable and be able to be themselves. I
right.
feel like one thing that I want to take, and I take from therapy all the time, just because a person is able to be vulnerable with you, that does not mean that you ignore the red flags that they're giving you.
Kicking you.
So somebody can be honest and transparent, and you could take that honest and transparent and say, I will never deal with you ever again in my life, but thank you for this conversation. You
Yeah.
feel
Yes.
me? Like, and I feel like we gotta all get to that place too, because people do be having falling outs for absolutely no reason. But it is okay for somebody to have met you in a season and they can't no more, or for somebody to be honest, somebody to feel close to you, and you be like, actually, just because you feel close to me and you've told me this, I can be grateful for it, I can be thankful for it, but you have more to work on yourself than
Mm-hmm.
I can account for on
Or
this.
that I could even embrace. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I had that moment. What? Maybe like maybe like 2 years ago. I had that moment, and I really had that on IG live with a person. Um, where it's like, yo, like, all right, yeah, you took accountability for what you did, but it's still like I still can't rock with you, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I still can't rock with you. Like, I appreciated the combo. It's no lost love, but I know, yo, you got a lot of work to do, and I'm also working on myself. You feel me? But in this moment, in this season, I got to keep you on distance, for real, for real. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it is what it is. Like,
No, I agree. I definitely feel like sometimes that goes into, and you know what's one of my biggest pet peeves?
what's that?
When, as a person who appreciates honesty and says, like, I'll always tell people, as long as you're honest with me, I will respect you.
I
That
don't
does
even
not
want
mean I
honest.
will not get mad. That does not mean that there are not consequences for your actions. That means that I will not disrespect you if you are honest with me. I will still respect you if you are honest with me.
Not to
And
even cut you off. I think we got to stop using the word honesty.
Yeah.
Because you can still be honest
I think the
and
word
still be hot. And
transparency,
I just, yo, just be transparent.
yeah.
okay, well,
'Cause
Let's be
transparency.
transparent.
I think in honesty there's a brace of like protecting of your feelings. Or
Right.
like in honesty, there's a I did this for where
A
I
reason. Yeah.
yeah, no. Tell me exactly what
Yeah.
it is,
Tell
exactly
me.
how it
Yeah.
is,
Be just
so
be
Well,
I
that's how
know
I
transparent.
view
I can move
honesty.
forward.
That's how I view honesty.
Yeah.
I
No.
feel
No.
like if
No.
you're
But
hiding
I get
something,
you.
mhm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so
We
y'all
get
for
you.
y'all version, that's transparency.
No.
When I
But
said,
we saying this. Yes. I know that's your version. But when you saying that, when you communicating that with somebody, like you said, so if you tell me to be honest, my version of honest ain't your version. You feel
And
what
that's
I'm
what I was gonna
saying?
say. That's how, like, the way y'all view honesty and transparency is how I view honesty and truth. You can tell me the truth if I ask you a question, but to be honest is to let me know the things that I'm not asking,
That's good.
to come
Mhm.
to be forthcoming with information,
Okay,
and
that's
that's how y'all view transparency.
yes.
Honesty to me, if you're hiding something, that's dishonest. That's an act of dishonesty.
Mhm.
But needless to say, so now we clarified. When I say
Yeah.
honest, I mean
Yeah.
y'all version of transparency.
That's it.
Transparency. Yep.
Got you.
And
Thank you.
my biggest pet peeve with people with that is, just because I said be honest does not mean that there aren't consequences to what you did. It
That's
means that I can digest that and not disrespect you. I don't feel like the need to go off to cuss you out, to be disrespectful, because you gave me honest. You respected me enough to say I fucked up. I can respect that. However, people like to twist and turn that like I should have never said nothing, you, because now you mad and you just told me to be honest. I'm still human, and what you did was still wrong.
Right. I still got to process it.
So
yeah,
you
no,
still
no,
have
no.
to pay
Feel
for
me?
that.
Don't say I'm still
However,
human. You still violated. Like I feel like sometimes you got to bring it back to you. That's like when people disrespect you and then they want to determine how you
I'm
respond to the
going to
disrespect.
exactly.
disrespect. Yeah.
That gives me sick. No, if I
It's like,
decide to wild
no,
out,
they're not
I have that
understanding.
right.
Nah, that's a
Exactly. So
fact.
that speaks to, like, when a friend takes accountability and you have to say, I appreciate that, but I still can't rock with you. It's the same.
Right.
It's the same in that sense of where it's like, even fundamentally as kids, when you ask for something and a person say no and you say, but I said please. I appreciate that. You
Right.
still
Right.
can't get it. Or when
Yeah.
they say I said sorry, I appreciate that. I'm still angry because you busted my fucking lip. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
there's still consequences to your actions. However, being a, what's the word I'm looking for? Having integrity and being honest and forthcoming and transparent allows for, if this is reconcilable, that was the first step.
Right.
It may not be, but it's guaranteed
But
to
it's the
not be
first step.
reconcilable if you lie.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
You gonna
can I
lose.
can possibly forgive you if you take accountability. I can never mess with you if you never take accountability.
Right. Um, so before we wrap it up, type thing, I just want to, you feel me? Just by the, hands in the room, even though it's just three of us. If you stand with B Simone, raise your hand. I, I do. I stand with B Simone.
Stand with her or understand her.
I stand with. I stand. I stand to understand her.
Nah, I think
I
those are two
stand to
different.
understand her.
No, I think that to wrap up this conversation, I think we cannot necessarily fully stand with her because we don't understand the ins and outs. You
No,
did defend her in the sense of expressing that she has poor media training. We can all agree to that. She needs a better PR or
I don't
something.
think she needs a better PR. I'm gonna
Okay,
be completely honest. Well, you know how I am. I'm me. I'll be
yeah,
damned if I don't. Yo, listen. I don't care if I make it to be in the build. Ain't nobody talking for me. Ain't nobody doing none of that. I am who I am. I'm gonna say how I'm gonna say. If it come out wrong, it come out wrong. But I can always go back and change my language. I don't need nobody talking for me. I
but
actually like
I
that part
also
of B
think,
Simone.
but I think that the issue with that Smooth is, I know we're trying to wrap it up, but realistically, it's because you're saying that because you also are media trained. You know how to shut up. You know
I
when
really
something.
don't. I only
You
shut up
do.
because the chef. No, 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 no,
No,
no.
you do.
No, no,
Keep
no, no,
telling me
no,
you
no,
do.
no, 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 no. Let's be real transparent. The
We are.
only reason why I be chilling was off the strength of because we had a team and we was building something.
Right.
But
If
her point
Smooth
is
is
that you
moving
know
on,
how
no,
to do it.
I really don't because I still be saying what
You
I be
do.
saying.
All
And
right, Smooth. I hear what you're saying, but you're better than what you think you are. We're just gonna leave that at that. You are better than what you think you are. There are some people that just say whatever, however, whenever, and you can do that a lot of the times, and that's how you are most of the time. But you definitely do have moments where someone can sit down with you and say, "Smooth, this has to come out right," and you will work it over in your head
You know how to be
30,000
PR
times
trained.
until you get it. Like you'll be like, I'm not gonna use this word. I'm not gonna use this. Knowing that right from wrong makes you a little better than where she stands from my perspective. Maybe she knows how to do the same thing and somebody's not telling her, yo, that don't sound right. But from where it looks, from where I'm standing, nah. She need maybe not a better PR, but she need more better media people.
who are also
I
being
just
like,
feel like she just needs to
hey,
change her language.
yeah, no,
But that's
and
what they
So,
teach
yeah,
us to
yeah,
do.
no.
yeah,
Well, I
PR
ain't know.
teaches that though.
Oh, well, I ain't know that.
PR, yeah, I'm sorry, PR 100% goes. You cannot say that.
Myself that. Well, I ain't gonna lie. You know who taught me that? Karamo. Shout outs to Karamo, man.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? Like he
it
taught
would
me
be
that.
like you about to post something and you send it to your PR and your PR say,
No,
no,
take
You need
that
to
out.
no,
reword this.
I don't like this word, this word, this
Oh
word.
nah,
Use
nah,
this.
nah, man,
Yeah.
nah. That's like saying y'all I to send you a poem and you start telling me to take shit out. Nah, you try to make me commercialize. I don't like that.
Listen,
Listen, I just need the ignorant conversation fans to know that Smooth is the ignorant one of the crew. I am
I don't think they
ignorant.
doubt that.
yeah, they never
Okay,
got you. Guys, just I know I'm
y'all more ignorant than me. Look at how y'all just jumped on me.
what?
The
If y'all
internet
see
needs
me
to jump
doing
y'all.
this, it just means I agree. I do it in school. I've been
Listen,
doing it the whole conversation.
I love it.
oh, yeah, I'm taking that. Hey,
You
hey,
didn't do that in school?
like this.
Okay, never mind.
In
I
school,
disagree.
but it depends on what grade you talk about. I never did that in elementary. From middle school up, if you did anything with your hands, go left or right. This is
Well, I did this in school, and we
like
did this for
so.
bathroom.
So
Do y'all
I'm
still do
just
this for
saying.
bathroom?
Yes, my kids still. Well, my kids do
Well,
this.
you gotta remember,
I used to do this in elementary school, and then they
you know what I'm
changed it
saying.
to this.
This is I no this is water. That's something in our school. I don't know what it is though.
But y'all gotta remember the gap of school
Yeah,
with
yeah,
us.
you old.
Yeah, you're old.
Anyway,
I'm not
what we
old. I
are
am
trying to
You
say is
are.
a collective of ignorant conversations is that we need to do better as a community of being more media trained. People are going to say crazy things all the time. It is your job and your responsibility to actually get context in the things that you are learning. We do not necessarily stand with B Simone, but we do understand B
And we
Simone.
don't stand
Listen,
against her. And I
Yes,
think
we
that's
do
the real
understand
part.
certain
We
ways.
understand that we don't know her in real life and we don't know the ins and outs. These are just our little opinions on a clip that we saw. But at the end of the day, we don't know her. So I can't say I stand with her, but I can't also say that I stand against her. And I hope that her friendship really thrives because it does seem like there's a little bit of resentment there.
Yes,
listen,
and a
Give
disconnect.
your friend some money, B.
listen. I'm gonna say this right now, right here, right now. Normally, Shay can talk for me. Okay, Shay is one of the few people that can actually talk for me without even talking to me about anything, because she know how I'm going to answer. Okay, I said, and I'm standing on what I'm standing on. I stand with understanding B. Simone's journey. There, I'm going to be difficult with it, and
Okay,
that's just what I'm saying.
understanding her journey though is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Understanding,
want to
we
move
can
like
say
her. Me,
that we
I'm not trying to
understand
put
her journey. We
yeah,
cannot say that we fully understand her as a person because we do
I
not know
don't
her.
know her. I
Right.
don't know her.
We
So,
cannot even say that we necessarily agree with her choices. However,
yeah, but
we
I'm not
do,
going to tell another. I'm not going to say the black woman down. I ain't going to do that. I
and
was
that's all
on
that,
a
and
journey
that's
like
what
that.
we do here. And we make sure that we do not tear black women down, that we do not harm, and
Exactly.
that we are only
Listen, ignorant conversations is about ripping the band-aid off of uncomfortable conversations, only to be educated on it. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to stop thinking ignorant is just such a negative word. Sometimes some things just got to be educated on. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Ignorance simply means lacking of information, of knowledge.
Exactly. Just
And
like
we
I
we
just
here to
educated these two women. You feel me? I just did it. You know what I mean?
he
Like I do
educated who?
every time on stage. I walk on them. Like you
Who
feel
did he
what I'm
educate?
saying?
Who's he got women
girl.
with him?
Don't pay him no mind.
He
Let's wrap
got
this
women with
up.
him?
Hey
I
guys,
didn't know he wasn't
I'm
by himself.
Shay.
I'm sure.
Hey,
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna leave with a message real quick. I just got a message, for all the beautiful people out there. Um,
my forehead big.
That's what makes you prettier. All pretty girls got either a big nose, a big head, or a big forehead.
I
I'm
got a big
sorry.
nose and a big forehead. Goddamn.
You
Really,
extra pretty.
really. So I can't. I
Sorry,
can't.
sorry. Go ahead, you beautiful message.
Go ahead.
We're not on Facetime. But yeah. Quick message, real quick. Just basically summing up this. Be who you are on your journey. Be open to different perspectives of who you think you were and other people's point of view of who you were in that season or in that journey that you on. Be receptive to it. Um, and people do not have to understand your journey, and that is okay. Your journey is for you. So you work on what you need to work on. You work on what you need to work on to be a better you.
Mhm.
And when you come into your new season, then you know how to go about certain things. So I just want to leave y'all with that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is Ignorant Conversations. New episodes dropping Wednesdays, Visual Thursdays. I am your boy, Smooth to the B to the A to the B, double I me, not why me, baby. It's easy.
I'm Shay.
And I'm Gamo.
We out.
And we